Okie dokie, let's get to it. First one's going to be King on deck. That's going to be 10. Hey, welcome Andrew to the chat. Good stretch. Queen, that will be 10 as well. I kind of just want to do planks the whole way through. You know, just plank it out as my rest period. I'm kind of forcing myself to hold back a little bit, you know. 9. Because come Wednesdays, you're doing the planks. Man, I want to right now. I do, but I don't want to overdo it, right? Because I got something special planned for tonight. I'm going to go a little extra hard. And I don't want to spoil it by overdoing it right now. Yes. 10 on deck is the next one. Do I believe in the cold plunge? I like the cold plunge. I think it's fantastic. I got a small chest freezer over here that I was trying to turn into a cold plunge. 4 on deck, although it's a little too small for me. I can't really fit all the way in there. So I need to find another one. 4 on deck. Oh, I have no idea about any of them cars. Asking me different versions of cars and whatnot. 5 on deck. I got a Ford Ranger, right? A Ford Ranger and a Chevy Suburban. All 2004. Hey, Allison, welcome to the chat. Here we go. Jack, 10 on deck. Hey, Automotive says both excellent cars. Newer would be worse. Honestly, the cars that I have, the 2004, I wish they were actually older. 6 on deck. I like a nice old car. I do. I mean, boy, look at the size of that Spider. That thing is huge. Get out of here. Go somewhere else. 6 on deck. Yeah, I want like an old Chevy truck one of these days. Just like a nice one from like the 80s. Honestly. Early 80s. Late 70s even. My idea of like the perfect car would be like a Chevy Blazer, right? Or an old Ford Bronco. Either. I think those are just like my dream cars, you know? Aha! 79 K5. Bam! right? That's what I'm talking about. Take the top off. Take the top off, take the doors off, whatever. I used to have an old CJ7, 10 on deck, and with an inline 6. That's an old Jeep. That was a cool vehicle. Blazer, Bronco, restore mods will never stop. Yeah. Yeah, just something about taking the roof off your vehicle, you know what I mean? Convertible pickup truck. Love it. 7 on deck. Hey, Dustin, welcome to the chat. Andrew says, depression is just your body saying, I don't want to do this anymore. So in that case, change your world around, make it more interesting, be creative, I say. I like that one. Thank you, Walker. 7 on deck. Yeah, depression is just your body saying, I don't want to do this anymore. I like that. That's nice. 2. Switching up the routines make the day feel longer. I think that's fresh. 8 on deck. Yeah. I like a good switching up with the routine. Yeah, stay creative. You know, I think the action and the being in the creative motion, the creative mindset, you know, I find that feeling with a new workout. You know what I mean? It feels good. I like being creative. I think that's the natural state of the human being, is to be in this state of creativity. Ace, it's 10 on deck. Ton Steel Chomp, welcome, man. Welcome to the chat. Says it's the flow state. Yeah, it's being flowing. Hey, Anriel, good morning. Joker, 10 on deck. I'm feeling pretty pumped from those pull-ups or chin-ups we did last night. Those chin-ups just got me so freaking lit. Joker, that'll be 10. It's probably fun to switch up the workout routine. I do. I think it's super fun to switch it up. You know, change it up every 30 days, honestly. And it doesn't even have to be changed up much. Like, you know, I was, you know, I usually do step-ups at the end of my body squats. Jack, that'll be 10 on deck. And lately, I've been doing step-ups before my body squats. And that's enough of a change-up to really, you know, cause muscle confusion. It's enough, right? My legs are like extra stimulated just from that little action. It's fun. He will what? What's up? Okay, says, oh, I don't think he's going to see my comment, LOL. See, that would have been a perfect opportunity to put your comment there, in that spot. I would have saw that one. 2. Let's just see what your comments have been thus far. Dun, 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 dun. Uncle, can we do like an informal interview? I want to hear your story. That's kind of like what it all is. Here we go. 8 on deck. I mean, I do talk a lot. I just learned how to work out in prison. That's it. Yeah, I went there just a regular dude, and I learned a thing or two about working out. And I came home. Now I'm showing you guys. Welcome. Here we go. King on deck. Yeah, so what I learned pretty much in the prison system, I could wrap it up in a nutshell. It's these half rep range of motions, these little pumps. It's kind of like doing a plank, and you're getting these little reps within that plank, and you just get really big really quick. 7 is the next one. I think we owe that 10. Let's do that 10 first. Because you know what happens when you do these little reps, right? It's just like a domino effect, right? 7, good things just start happening to you, right? You start working out, you do these little reps. We got 7 on deck. You build a little muscle, you feel a little confident, right? To do more, right? And it just expands into your world. People notice you're getting in shape. It's becoming, a thing. 4, it's a good way to live. It's a lifestyle more than anything. That one was 4. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Well, listen, if you work out and you're standing next to a guy who doesn't work out and you both try to go get the same job, you know what's going to happen? They're going to look at that guy with a little bit of muscle and they're like, boy, this guy respects his body. He cares about himself. I'm going to give this guy a chance. You know what? Things are going to start opening up for you because people are going to respect that. They're going to see that you work out. They're going to respect that. That you care about yourself. Like I'm saying, you're going to get more opportunities. Three on deck. People are going to respect you a little bit more, you know? Another 3 on deck. Hey, zombie, welcome to the chat. What? Why do men need to tell women that they look tired? I don't know. I don't think men really think too far into it, right? Here we go. 8 on deck. Automotive, $10, man. Says can vouch Within 6 months of starting my latest job, I caused my higher ups to lose weight just from my presence. Heck yeah, man. See, it's contagious, right? You know, people see it and they're like, man, that looks good. I want to do that too, right? You guys are representing. You guys are representing. Yeah. 8 on deck. You know how I like to think of it? I like to think of it. You ever take a pebble and throw it into a little puddle and you see the waves ripple out? I feel like that's what we're doing here. The world is our puddle, right? And we're making waves. Queen, 10 on deck. Yep, dropping that rock of positivity, right? And it's spreading to the next man, whether he likes it or not. Right? Everybody's benefiting. Hey, thanks for being here. We got 7 on deck. And you guys are representing. You're doing your part. You're getting fit and you're showing the next man that they can do it too. I appreciate all of you doing your part out there. 7 on deck. Let's see. Why the sucker free? Homie, man, that's the only way to be. Sucker free, right? I could be bad all by myself. I don't need anybody's help, right? I ain't got time for that. I have to be sucker free. Here we go. Let's do Queen. That will be 10. Walker says, when I first saw you, I was like, damn, he's ripped. Then I watched you and it stayed a little longer. Stayed longer. Hey, there we go. And now we're here. 10 on deck is the next one. Right? Even sometimes the haters, right? They'll get turned around and then they'll become like positive members too. Hey, Automotive says, integrating the sucker attack into my let's see, Vern, I don't know what that is. Already improved my procrastinating. Sweet. Good. Well, I'm glad it's helping you. The sucker free and the sucker attack and all that sucker talk, that's a prison saying, right? Guys would be like, man, like instead of, man, you look depressed, man, you'd be like, man, you're going through a sucker attack. Come on, let's go do some push-ups. You know? Oh, into your vocabulary, right? Already improved your procrastinating. Sweet. Hey, Top Gun, welcome. Language. Language is so important. I didn't even realize how important language is. It's more important than we think. 10 on deck is the next one. You got to learn language. This is the halfway point, guys. So we're halfway through the deck, and it's been nearly 20 minutes. You know, so I imagine we got about 20 minutes to go. 10 on deck is the next one. But our language, it's like definition, right? Like you give definition to yourself when you say, I'm not that strong, or I can't do this, or this is too hard for me, or I can never be this. These words give you definition, right? Nobody's going to give definition but you. And what I like to do is I like to say I'm in the process of, right? Right now, I'm in the process of doing a deck of cards. Whether I stop right now and walk away, I'm in the process of being better. You know what I mean? So you gotta eliminate these negative words out of your vocabulary, like the words I can't, and this is too much, and all this other junk. You know what I mean? Words are spells. Well, that's where they got the definition from it, right? So I'm in the process of being a better version of myself. I'm in the process of doing 9, right? I'm in the process of weight loss. I'm in the process of weight gain, right? Because all of these are like positive, they're positive vocabulary. Bro really fixed my view on foods quick. Hey, thanks, automotive. Tell you what, I'm still in the process of, right there, I'm still in the process of learning about food, right? 9 on deck. So in this process of learning about foods, I'm going to have my ups and downs, right? I'm going to figure it out though, too. Because, you only lose and you only fail when you choose not to stand back up when you get knocked down, right? That's the only time you lose, is when you choose to stay down. Is it bad to cry? Mary? No. Definitely not. Here we go. 10 on deck. Men usually will just bury their emotions into physical labor, right? Instead of feeling, they just work through it. That's the kind of therapy men do. But just pushing all those emotions down and stuffing them away, it's kind of like making a time bomb, You never know when it can go off, but you're just pushing them away for the minute. It's better just to let it out and get over it. Get over it, right? Just go through it. 10 on deck is the next one. Ace, 10 on deck. Jesse, I hope you know. Jesus, I pray you do. Jeez, he's amazing. Hey, I appreciate the support. Ace, 10 on deck. Zombie, what's up, man? My goal is to my first amateur fight. Boy, that first fight's wild. My brother Justin Pollock, he's done some amateur fights, believe it or not. You would never believe it, but he's that kind of dude. Ace, 10 on deck. Those first fights are a good wake-up call to really let you know how it's going to be, right? You can go in there with so much, expectation, and then when you get into it, it's just like a different world. Good luck, my friend. Hey, Chris, welcome. Ace, 10 on deck. Automotive's $50, man. Thank you for the channel support. Says avoiding emotions creates shadows. That shadow holds you back. Boy, that's powerful right there. It's true. Well, tell you what, let me tell you, on the same token, emotion, right? Emotion creates bonds, right? If you hate, right, that creates a bond, that powerful emotion, because it's raw, you know what I mean? If you, so forgiveness, right, frees you from that person. It's true forgiveness, like if you forgive somebody or even yourself, right, you can forgive yourself as well. But it's that forgiveness that, you know, cuts the bond. Hatred, all this other stuff binds you to it. You're going to repeat that lesson because you ain't doing nothing but making it stronger and just putting it aside for another day. It's going to come back like a monster. So forgiveness is the way to, you know, actually release yourself from that bind. True forgiveness, right? Because if you hate somebody or something or even yourself, you haven't learned that lesson. You're going to repeat that lesson. If you want to learn and move forward, you need to forgive yourself or the next man, right? Release them from that bond that's holding you together. Hey, Anriel, welcome to the chat. 10 on deck. Right. Like if you truly hate somebody or something or some group of people, you are binding yourself to them. You're wrapping yourself, making these chains unbreakable with your own hatred. Yes, true forgiveness, right? That's the only way to break those chains, release you from those binds. Right? You're giving your energy away, right? Well, you're enforcing it. You're enforcing the connections to those people or even yourself in that way. Jack, that'll be 10 on deck. Yeah, you're just using your raw energy and binding yourself to whatever, you know? Boom. Hey, you have a Polish surname. Yeah, my grandparents are Polish. 9 on deck. What's up from Scotland? What's up? How you doing? Let's see, King, that will be 10 on deck. 10 on deck. Boy, my, yeah. I'm gonna go over there one of these days. It's gonna be a nice vacation. I'd like to learn how to speak the language. Before I go, I got time. I ain't going anywhere soon. 6 on deck is the next one. Automotive, $10, man. Bam. Don't bind yourself to bug people. If you see bugs in a building, you don't think they built the place. They find ways to occupy whatever there is space. It's a sucker trap, right? Boy, yeah, these yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, right? And it's even in our language. 6 on deck, you know. I learned about this first through the law, you know, fighting my own case, right? You know, because there's certain rules that go with, you know, appealing and how to write everything up, and every single word means something special. Right, even the non-replying is like an admission of guilt. You have to reply, right? So you got to learn the language. 6 on deck. Nine on deck. 9 on deck. That's where we're at. I feel like I owe that 6 still. I'm going to do that 6. I'm going to just do 15. We'll just do 15. "31 minutes, 30 seconds. I have a drink of water. That's what I'll do. Henrielle says, I've hated many people that have harmed me. It's a dark cloud. Letting go, forgiveness allowed me to find myself. Oh yeah, it takes a lot of energy to hate. It takes a lot of energy to hate yourself. It becomes a dark cloud holding you back, absolutely. Forgiveness is the only way to free yourself from that weight. People get hurt, and they hurt transmutes into something completely different. Yes. What we're doing is we're giving our permission to be hurt, right? Through forgiveness, right? You free yourself. Say, I do not give my energy to this lower vibrational activity. King on deck, that will be 10. Now, all these hatreds and being hurt and whatnot, they carry weight, right? They make us heavy. We need to forgive ourselves and other people so we can elevate our higher vibration, right? Only higher vibrational activities will be approved. All this self-pity and despair, it's got to go. What's up, Dustin? $2 holla. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Says Pollock, exercise, therapy, and motivation. Thanks, man. Appreciate you being here, man. Automotive says stay above the clouds. That's what I'm talking about. 10 on deck. 10 on deck, man. Thank you. We got 4 here. Yeah, it's all about being in that higher vibrational activities. Self-pity is a lower vibrational activity. Regret is a lower vibrational activity, making your soul heavy. You can't get into that higher vibration, man, if you're purposely being negative to yourself with thoughts of useless rhetoric and hate and, you know, this and that, man. No way, no how. 4 on deck, right? Yeah, that's why we gotta be sucker free, right? With our own mentality, right? 4, we can't purposely put our energy in bringing our own higher vibration down. You know, I ain't got time for that. Jack, this will be 10 on deck. Cloud burst. Hey, welcome to the chat. Jack, we got 10 on deck. I have this cup of energy in front of me, right? This is all the energy I have throughout the day. How much of this energy am I going to devote to depression, anxiety? What am I going to focus on with this energy? Am I just going to focus on negativity, or am I going to be up, right? How am I going to spend this energy? How am I going to take my precious energy and focus it, right? 2, am I going to worry? Am I going to take my time and all my precious energy and just worry my little brains out? No, I don't think so. These negative activities are unapproved. 10 on deck. And you know, when you're out there worrying and you're feeling all these like negative, lower vibrational energies, you're projecting that. You're projecting that onto the next person. You walk into a room of people, they could feel your anxiety, man. You're bringing down the place. You know what I mean? You're not participating in projecting the higher vibration. You're participating in the action of worry, you know, regret, all this other lower vibrational stuff, man. Don't add to that vibration. Only focus on what you want, the positive, and that's it. It's like the law of attraction, right? You get what you focus on. If you truly don't want war, you don't hold a sign that says no war, right? You only focus on peace, right? The end result. Because just the action of focusing on no war is focusing on war. You get it? It's very tricky how we divide our energy throughout the day. 7, right? It's like the news, for example, right? It's like, tune into the hour of fear, right? Here's all the negativity in the world, right? We're just going to focus on that, right? 7 on deck, right? We don't want to participate. Three on deck is the next one. Dustin says, John Conway, likewise. 2 months back, I'll be working out with you guys. So pumped. 6 on deck is the next one. We're all living in different vibrational, different vibrational levels, guys. A lot of us are living in the lower vibration. They're living in it. They haven't stepped into the higher vibration yet, right? When I was a drug addict, like a hardcore drug addict, I was living in the lower vibration with everything, my thoughts and everything, you know? I never thought that I would have a decent mindset, right? They in survival mode. Oh, Andrew. Yeah, that's true. That's what it is. It's just autopilot and survival mode, right? Jack, 10 on deck. So yeah, tell you what, man. I've been there. Honestly, you can't help them. You can't help a drug addict, because they'll just take advantage of you because they're in survival mode. The best thing you can do is let them hit rock bottom so they can start working their way back up. They gotta want to change for themselves. There ain't nothing you can do to help them. If you try to help them in any way, shape, or form, you're probably just prolonging the addiction. 5 on deck, they have to hit rock bottom and want that change for themselves. There's nothing you can do. Carl, welcome to the chat, man. Queen, 10 on deck. Let's see. Here we go. It's okay. But because I lived in these lower vibrations, being a drug addict and being depressed and all this other stuff in survival mode, right? I know that a change is waiting for you the moment you decide to. Yeah, that better version of you is waiting for you. Yeah, eager to come out. Queen, 10 on deck. Joker, this will be 10 on deck as well. Yeah. Hey, good vibes, man. All about that good vibration. That's it, man. I just want the best for everybody. I've been down in the dumps. I've lived there. And it doesn't have to be that way forever. Even though when you're in it, you can't see that how anything can be better. But your view is just so limited. Mine was at the time. Right? I could only see today, right here, right now. I had no idea. Right? There's a better world waiting for you the moment you choose it. I just wasn't choosing it. That's all. That was my choice. I wasn't choosing it. And there ain't no such thing as an accident, right? We are creating the world we live in with our thoughts, right? In our perspective, right? My perspective of the world is not the same as yours, right? It depends on how we see it and the rules that we've created. 5 on deck. All the power is in your hands. And your emotions is the fuel. And your perspective and your mindset. Three on deck is the next. Zach, have a great workout, Jesse. Hey, thanks for stopping in. See, Walker says, what we don't change, we choose to be mindful. Well, There's a lot of zombie, right? Just people going through the world as a zombie, right? And then they're just in repeat, contributing to these lower vibrations without even thinking about it, right? 5 on deck. We got to be mindful with where we put our energy. Now we're at the last card of the deck. If you care to choose say what it is, we're here now. This is our 400 reps. 400 reps. Walker says an ace. Marker 6. Ton Steel Champa 10. Andrew a spade. Sandy Ford a jack. John Conway a 9 of spade. Gravity Core a 4. Welcome, guys. You guys ready? It's an 8. An 8 on deck, and you knew this. You did. That's the thing. 400 reps. Hey, good stuff, man. I can go for another cup of coffee. Heck yeah, I could. Boy, I feel like my lats, they just take over with everything. They just want to work with everything. Yeah, it's coffee time. No, I'm going to get into my shoulder mobility first. Absolutely. Hey, you guys, we're almost at 200 likes. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. We'll get set up for some shoulder mobility. That's always fun. And we did that progression in like 47 minutes ish. All right, so how I like to do this is a 5-minute duration. Put it on the clock and I just go through the motion. If you guys need a sucker-free rubber band, of course, check out my sucker-free store. I'll send them out about noon. Yep. Yeah, the poison ivy it's clearing up. It's getting better. I'm in the process. Okie dokie. Here we go. Just like this, let it come out, rotate, bring it to the midsection of the back, let it out, rotate up over the head and down to the hip, back and forth. John Conway says, get your bands here. Sucker free store. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Miggsy says, I've tried that exercise, Jesse. Wasn't easy, mates. I tell you what, the first month was pretty exhausting. My shoulders felt crazy. As they got stronger. Takes about 14 days to 30 days to get stronger. Oh man, excuse me. I'm still pretty itchy from this poison ivy. Hey Walker, have a good one. Thanks for being here, part of the chats. Let's see. The old bloke, what do you do for protein intake? Oh, I just eat food. Have a good one. Thank you for being here, for real. I like all these positive people. You guys are doing great. Miggsy says, thank you, Jesse, for sharing your fitness knowledge. You've shared some real stuff, brother. I'll keep doing them. Hey, I'm just trying to help you guys out as much as I can. Yep, with just, personal knowledge that I've been through. Walker, see you later. Have a good one. Yep. Hey, love transcends. Says, been sober over a year now, man. That's an amazing accomplishment. Congratulations. Sure inspiration to the next man. Have you ever done your test levels checked? Man, should be off limits. No, I don't really go to the doctors. It's not like I'm sick or anything. And I can't really imagine any reason why I would just, go for the fun of it. Bam, there we go. That's a good pump. Feels good. Feels really good. Hey, greetings from Australia. How you doing? Miggsy, do I take any supplements? Yeah, I love supplements. Take a lot of creatine, vitamin D3, and zinc and magnesium, and MSM. MSM is awesome. I love the MSM. If I only could take like 2 supplements, it would be the creatine and MSM. But that zinc, magnesium, and vitamin D3 is just as important, for real. Ton Steel Chomp just utilized the rubber band for the first time. Nice. Heck yeah, man. Enjoy, man. Thanks for ordering one. I appreciate it. You take the MSM as well? It's awesome, right? That MSM is fantastic. Five more minutes. Now, if you guys have ordered one of these rubber bands from me and you're just getting into it, expect the first month to be crazy. You're going to feel sore in ways you never thought possible. I'm telling you, you're going to be like, what the heck happened to me? Feel like you fell down a flight of stairs. But it gets better, right? You got to just do it every day until you get used to it. What is MSM? I'm not sure what it is really, but it's for your joints, joint health. Let's see, what do you recommend as an alternative to creatine? I get too wired and need a lower dose. Well, you shouldn't get wired at all. Make sure there ain't no stimulant up in it. You know, like a pre-workout. I would just try a different brand, and don't cheap out either. You know, just buy the best brand that you can find. Because I've tried 3 different brands thus far of creatine, and they're all different. Yeah, I would just make sure there's nothing in your creatine besides creatine. It's just, what creatine is the best? Well, if you go to my let's see, MSM, a quick organic compound containing sulfur. Nice. Yeah, it's fantastic. That MSM is just, it works pretty amazingly. My uncle and my cousin came over, and they're all physically fit, and I gave them a glass of this MSM. I'm like, listen guys, just drink this glass, and throughout your day you're going to notice all your aches and pains go away. It's amazing. It really is. It works for me anyways. I thought I was just getting old until I had a glass of MSM and creatine, and then I was just like, that's all I needed. Well, I got a link to everything I take on my homepage, so check it out. Ken says, help the channel support by smashing the like. It's free. Yeah, thanks guys. Double tap that screen. I see you doing it. I appreciate you. Boy, listen guys, I'm telling you, I've had some junky creatine. I've had some trash, right? It's all different. It's all different. There's some good stuff out there, man, that doesn't give you all them side effects. Automotive says, MSM saved me from dying in manual labor jobs. Yeah, I tell you what, man, that MSM, if you guys ain't taking it, you guys are missing out. You guys are missing out. Do I have my own MSM brand? Yeah, I wish. That'd be sweet, right? I tell you what, if I was going to promote anything, it'd be MSM. How much can I deadlift? I don't deadlift. But the most I've ever deadlifted at one time was 585. And it was a lot. I weighed 185 at the time. And it was pretty crazy, right? My vision and my hearing and all that went away during the lift, right? It's like you get blinded, right? As you're lifting, just all sound, just, and then the vision, the tunnel vision, and then you put the weight down, and then you just start coming back to the world, you know, like, you know what I mean? Deadlift. Have I heard of hydrogen water? I've heard of it. I don't know. I've never tried it, so I got no experience on it. Yeah, blood rushes from your head. Yeah, that sound, absolutely. I've watched videos of guys deadlifting and then they'll get like a nosebleed. Right? Sounds like my ex-wife used to yell at me. LOL. That's funny. Yeah, it's crazy because when I did that deadlift, you know, everybody was like really excited that I did it, and they all came up to me and congratulated me, and then all of a sudden I could start see them again, you know, faces come back, and then you can see them talking to you, but all you hear is that beep, you know. It was fun. Eating eggs, I like eggs too. I eat a lot of eggs. Just bought some. Let's see, I just bought some. I appreciate you, Jesse. Looking forward to seeing your resilience. That's awesome, inspiring. Hey, welcome to the chat. Bought some MSM. Yeah, I think it's fantastic. I take it before each workout. Yeah. And it's I feel like I notice it when I don't take it. You know what I mean? Like my body aches and pains when I don't take it. I notice. I'm like, oh yeah, I miss my MSM, you know. I don't know what you're talking about. NMN. I don't know what that is. What's the baking soda for? Baking soda is pre-workout. Baking soda gives you enhanced endurance, right? So it's been widely studied and actually banned from the Olympic administration. Yeah, I have no information on NMN. Yeah, the baking soda, right? Like you could even preload on it, and it'll affect you the next day, right? So, but you got to take it in small amounts, gradually, right? Because if you take too much of it, you'll probably poop yourself. So you got to take it in a little bit at a time throughout the day. Just stack it up. How do you consume baking soda? I just put it in a capsule. Yeah, that's all I do. You know those little capsule machines? You fill them up yourself. Hey, Fiery Skills, what's up? I've been trying it every day, 1/4 teaspoon before workouts. It's helped with endurance. Mixy. Yeah, it should. It should. I just take a little bit at a time because it just gives me indigestion, you know. I'll start burping. Do I do full body workouts or split upper and lower body? I do them both. It's all good, you know, but you'll get bigger quicker if you split them up, and you'll get more intensified on the workout if you just stay focused on one or the other. Hey, Lauren says, morning, Jesse. Psyched for the membership. Haha, welcome aboard. What kind of workout has been today? We just did 400 push-ups. Nothing fancy. How much baking soda do you recommend for first-timers? You guys ever seen like a little capsule? You know, like the little ones, you make them yourself? You ever see those before? I'll show you. Hold on. Give me a cup of coffee. Okay, I got it. I got the whole kit and caboodle. All right, so this is the little pill maker thingamajigger, right? It's got these little trays and whatnot. You just you take all your empty capsules and you line them up in your tray, and then you put the lid on it and you press it and you flip it. Right, but you got these empty capsules, and then you come out with just regular capsules. Boom, we got baking soda. Right, it's not a lot, and these things are just, and it's not even packed in there. You know what I mean? I just take one of these. You know, that's it. There's probably a specific size, but yeah, that's the way to do it. Do it yourself. Listen, just the very little bit, very, very littlest amount, you'll notice a difference. Yeah, you don't need a lot. And it's been widely studied, and there's plenty of studies on it. So if you're really interested in the topic, you can look up some of the studies that already exist. You know, these studies are the reasons why it's been banned in the Olympics to begin with. So it's been widely researched. Check it out. Lori says you could put a fourth teaspoon is plenty. See, I'm saying less is best. The less you go, the better. Yeah, I would just research it yourself. You know, I just take one capsule. That's all I do, and there's really almost nothing in each one. Yeah, and it goes a long way. Yeah, I made a short about it. Did it last year. That's right. See, at the top, you're supposed to be able to pack them down. But I could tell that these pills aren't really packed down. Like, you can pack them down and put more in there, but with baking soda, guys, less is always best. You know, more does not equal better in this one. All right, guys. Oh, I got a cup of coffee. I got about half a cup left. I'll finish it with you. Get out of here, right? "43 years young." That's right. And Riel says that's an old time remedy. Yeah, definitely. Sandbag training. Yeah, it sounds good. I got a punching bag around here that sometimes I'll pick up and slam down. I can imagine a sandbag being nice. Hey, Jesse. I like the name. Lauren, making my protein shake and headed to the hard world. Huh. Have a good one. I'm not really a fan of those protein shakes. I think it's a waste of money. I think eating real food is more beneficial. Migsy says, the MSM before training, like the creatine? Yeah, I just take it with my creatine. John Conway says, I take one scoop 30 minutes before working out, only 2.5 grams. What of the baking soda? Yeah, guys, less is best with it. If you take too much, your workout's going to be interrupted with a trip to the bathroom. You are going to use it, so take less. I think, my opinion, I'm just saying my opinion, guys, that eating real food is more beneficial than a protein shake. And a lot of you guys are relying on these protein shakes in place of meals. And you're not supposed to be doing that. It's really... you're using the castor oil on your joints. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, that's awesome. Now, I tell you what, I was using the castor oil. You know, it's like almost an immediate, relief. It's nice. But since I've been using the creatine and the MSM, I haven't had any issues with my joints. I've been just feeling great. Yeah, I believe protein powder is like a byproduct, and it's just a relabeled byproduct. Hey, Fiery Skills says it's going to be a hell of a cardio session with the trips to the bathroom if you use too much baking soda. Right. Lauren says my shake is organic coconut milk, berries. Heck yeah. Kefir and powder. Sounds delicious. Right. When I'm talking about protein shakes, I'm talking about those things that come in the jug. You know, with the big old muscle man on the front going like this. Yeah, I think those are trash. But what you're making sounds delicious and real. Yeah. They make my stomach puff up, right? Every time I have a protein shake, they it's it hurts my stomach, right? Yeah, yeah, I like it. Andy says the real is the best deal, right? It's just eat real food. Yeah, but if you're doing it yourself and you're making your own, creating your own out of real food, I think that's great. Brittany said, "Hey, good morning." Brittany said, "How you doing? Hope you're doing well." Let's see. Kyle says, "Jesse, good morning. Haven't seen you in a few days." Says YouTube hasn't brought me to your page lately. Boy, where you been, man? We had like 350,000 people the other day. My live stream's been lit. Yeah. Yeah, I think just what those um what is it? What's the protein shakes made out of? The fancy ones. Um I don't know. I think it's a byproduct. Morgan, have a good one. Brittany said, I'm good. Thanks, Jesse. My schedule changed a lot, so I missed the workouts. But it's good to see you guys. I hope you're all good. Yeah, we are all good. We got an awesome community of positive people. Yeah, I'm going to get out of here too. Sagen, still taking cold baths or showers? I'll just take like a cold shower. The cold bath, I got to revisit that. It's just not big enough to get in all the way. And Riel says, making your own shakes is a good meal. Absolutely. Right? Make your own. It's always going to be best. All right. Thank you, everybody. You have a great day. And I will see you at 5 p.m. when you'll work out again. Have a good one. Nathan, Peace, John Conway, Sandra Ford, Allison Bird, Automotive, Campbell, Lauren, Anriel. Oh, almost 300 likes. Almost. Sagen, Tunsteel, Chomp, Migsy, Fiery Skills. Thank you, everybody. You guys have a great one. Peter, have a good one, guys. Cody, later, guys. Peace.